Hey guys, here again with another review about one of my swords. Um, Today I'm going to talk about the Balaur arms, or Balaur arms, not sure how you pronounce it, a 15th century Italian longsword. I got this through Cult of Athena. It was around 250 bucks. I got the sharpening service also. You probably saw the other video that I mentioned the 5160 spring steel flexibility in the 14th century longsword that I got from them, and it was just too floppy, so I ended up getting it sent back, and this is as an exchange, and I'm a lot happier with this one, a lot happier. It's really nice. It is a longsword, so that means mostly it's going to be a bigger hilt, so you're going to have a bigger hilt for two hands. The blade might be bigger, for the most part it might be bigger. Sometimes it's the same size as a normal sword, but it's usually about 4 to 6 inches longer, I'd say, than a normal sword. And it's a really neat fact. During my research on this guy, I found out that it's actually a really, really good replica of a sword in Italy. It's in a museum in Italy. That's called the Brescia Spadona. Brescia is a town in Italy, and Spadona, I think, is just an Italian word for a longsword. But yeah, I found out that Albion, who makes really high-end swords in the thousands of dollar range, did a replica of that Brescia Spadona in Italy. And as I was looking through the Cult of Athena website, I noticed when I got on to Albion's section, they had a sword with this exact hilt. I was like, whoa! So this guy's 250 bucks, so essentially he's a replica of a $2,000 sword that's a replica of a real sword in Italy. But anyway, I'll take it out for you guys. It's rather long. No pun intended. It's really nice. It's if I could show you the back, like the flippiness isn't as wobbly as the other one was, so that's really good. It does have some flex to it. You can see it kind of vibrate a little. I don't know how this camera's picking it up, but yeah, it's nice. It's you know, got a really good flex to it, and it turns right back to true. Like the arming sword I got from Balaur Arms, it has the same exact blade geometry. It is a diamond cross section with a hollow ground, with a center spine, giving it some rigidity and stiffness. This was the first time I got a sword from Cult of Athena where I really wasn't happy with the sharpening service. It's sharp enough, it'll cut through boxes and stuff like that. I haven't really given it a proper cutting test yet. Paper, not so much yet. It kind of tears it more than it cuts it. But still, it's a beautiful blade. And it feels really good. It's about 3 pounds. But honestly, this feels a lot more nimble and lithe in the hand than that classic medieval sword from Windlass, which I was showing you. That thing is heavy, and once you're swinging, you're bound to finish it. But with this guy, he's light enough, and the pommel is big enough and heavy enough to be a counterweight. So you really can get real quick with this. You know, you can move it fast. I don't know. I like it a lot. See, I'll get in kind of a close-up for you guys. Like I said, the reason why I do these reviews is because the swords I'm interested in, a lot of times there aren't any videos for them online, and I like to do a lot of research and stuff. So if you guys are interested in this sword, I highly recommend it. But yeah, got the Balaur arms stamped into the steel. Got the spine going down the center. And it gives it a really beautiful pattern when you move it around in the light. It's a lush, deep satin, like the other arming sword they gave that I got from them. And the hilt is really nice. It's thin and long, so it's really great. The quillions kind of curve out so they'll catch something if you're actually hitting another sword, which I don't intend to do. But I know this camera sucks with picking up the details on the hilt, but the handle is wood and it's wrapped in cord. It's got a really nice riser right here to kind of help you separate your hand grip. And then the pommel's really nice. It's a scent stopper, which means it's patterned after old bottle lids from back in the day, that perfume bottle lids that had fancy tops. That's what this is based off of. It is peened, so the hilt assembly is fully locked in. It's not going to come flying apart. It's an okay job. It's nothing to write home about, but it did the job and it looks nice. I don't mind. But yeah, it's very nice. I polished it up a little bit too with some metal glow and some flits. But yeah, it's fast. It's nimble. You can do a lot with it. I don't know jack about sword fighting. I don't like to pretend that I do. I've watched a lot of videos, and I come to find out that the longsword that I returned, the flexibility, I guess, really wasn't wrong, quote unquote. After watching a lot of longsword sparring videos, those swords are flexible. They're really, really wobbly. And that's just me getting used to it. You watch movies or video games or cartoons where people are using swords, and it's always like they're just one giant solid piece of metal that, sharp and it just cuts through whatever you want to cut through, and obviously that's not true. The reason why sword blades are flexible is so that, when you hit something, the shock is absorbed into the blade and dispersed along its length instead of just breaking it or cracking it or chipping it or rolling it. But yeah, oh yeah, the slot's not bad either. A couple of little small things that are cosmetic that, just not that big of a deal, honestly, but it did come like this. You can even see it in some of the product photos on Cult of Athena. It's hard to pick up, but there's a little indentations, like right around here, which I think that it's probably from where they clamped it into the vise when they were either polishing it or sharpening it or something, but it doesn't bother me too much. It's just cosmetic, and it gives a little bit of a character. But yeah, it's real nice. You can hold it and use it one-handed if you want. It's not so heavy that you can't control it with your wrist. Yeah, you can kind of flip it around. I don't know, it's just neat. It's pretty. It's very, very pretty. So, if you guys are looking for a really good, decent longsword, again, right around the $250 mark, you can't go wrong with Balaur arms. From what I've seen of them, it's pretty quality stuff. Especially in the hilt construction, they've got a really talented, person that does that. So, but yeah, that is pretty much it. Nothing else super fancy. Oh yeah, the scabbard. Scabbard's nice. Wood wrapped in tight leather. There, and I'll put it in and let you see how it sounds. Sorry for the rough voice, guys. I got a little scratch in the voice. It's not the corona, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's got a neat little ball at the end. I don't know what that's for, but it's cool. When you put it into the scabbard, it does fit in tight, but unlike the arming sword I have, it does rattle around a little bit. I don't know how you fix something like that. I don't think there is any fixing it. If you hold it upside down, it'll slide out, but I don't plan on walking around with it upside down. I like to put my finger over the top if I'm holding it so it doesn't slide out on accident. And I've seen some videos too where people say, and Space Duck too, shout out Space Duck, likes to put his index finger or pointer finger over the cross guard, and that does kind of help lead it and guide it, give it some extra support. But yeah, I intend on buying a work sharp sharpener. For the longest time, I was using an AccuSharp. It's like a stupid amateur, and those things will get something sharp fast, but it shaves off so much metal, and it just creates this ugly bevel that is just not very sightly. So when I get my workshop sharp, I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a touch up, and maybe then go do some cutting videos, some water bottles, cardboard boxes, maybe some fruit. I don't know. That metal glow and flits will take out that fruit residue polish, I found out. So Anyway, guys, that's it. I've rambled on long enough. I think this is my longest one so far. So, anyway, huzzah, peace out. Have a good day, guys.